Did you ever meet someone and the second they ask, "So, what do you do?" your brain turns into mashed potatoes? You mumble something about your business and they nod politely before changing the subject. Yikes. That's because your sizzle statement isn't sizzling. It's simmering. And simmering doesn't sell. You need a statement that makes people lean in, not check out. One that sparks curiosity, creates connection, and leaves people wanting to hear more. Because here's the truth. If you can't explain what you do in a way that gets people excited, they're not going to remember you, let alone buy from you. I'm Bear Wade, and this is the Sizzle Podcast, where we help you grow your customer engagement so that you can grow your business. Why you need a sizzle statement. Your sizzle statement is your business's first impression, and we all know how important first impressions are. Just think of bad first dates. If you stumble through an explanation of what you do, it's like showing up to a fancy dinner in sweatpants. But if you craft a message that's clear, compelling, and irresistible, that's when the magic happens. A great sizzle statement should be short, memorable, and most importantly, make people want to know more. Think about brands that own their message. Airbnb, belong anywhere. Dollar Shave Club, a great shave for a few bucks a month. FedEx, when it absolutely, positively has to be there overnight. Short, punchy, memorable, and most importantly, it makes you feel something. Your brand deserves that same kind of energy. How I discovered the power of a sizzle statement. Decades ago, I was creating a 2-part historical documentary that I wanted to get onto PBS. My wife and I were self-financing this venture, and with that, we set off on a 46-day filming trip in an RV through 12 national parks in the western U.S. The documentary was about a group of people who took a road trip in 1920, and one of them documented the entire journey with photographs. When we met with friends or attended events, people would ask, "So, what are you working on?" And I would completely fumble through my response. I'd ramble about the parks, the history, the road trip, all while staring at my belly button, not very confident about how to tell them how amazing this project was. Finally, my wife said, "We need to find a better way to say what this thing is about." Now, keep in mind, I owned a marketing agency. I helped businesses craft their messaging all the time. But I was so deep in making the film that I didn't stop to think about marketing the film. Together we sat down and worked at it, almost in a Mad Lib style, rearranging key elements we knew we needed. 1920, 12 national parks, historical documentary, 12 motorists, promoting good roads, see America first. After some trial and error, we finally landed on this. Paving the Way is a historical documentary about a road trip in 1920 to all 12 of the national parks at the time, promoting good roads and encouraging Americans to spend their tourist dollars to see America first instead of traveling overseas. This sizzle statement changed everything. It helped us sell the film, secure sponsors, get picked up by 350 PBS stations across the country, public television stations in Canada, and ultimately reach millions of viewers over the past decade. That's the power of a well-crafted sizzle statement. The 5 steps to crafting a sizzle-worthy sizzle statement. Start with the problem. People don't care what you do until they know why it matters. Hook them by addressing their pain point first. Example, instead of "I'm a financial advisor," try "Most people have no idea where their money goes every month until I show them how to keep more of it." Say what you do clearly. No jargon, no fluff, no "we leverage synergies to optimize holistic solutions" nonsense. If a 10-year-old wouldn't understand it, it's too complicated. Example, I help business owners get more sales through social media marketing. Simple, clear, no fluff. Make it visual or emotional. People remember stories and feelings, not facts. Make your pitch paint a picture. Example, I turn boring brands into fan favorite businesses. Instantly, they see the transformation. Keep it stupidly short. You have seconds to grab attention. If you can't say it in one sentence, it's too long. Example: I help busy professionals automate their finances so they can actually enjoy their money. End with a conversation starter. The goal of your pitch isn't to info dump, it's to engage the other person. Example: what's the biggest challenge you have with marketing right now? Now, it's a conversation, not a monologue. Now, refine your sizzle statement. Your pitch should be clear. No one should have to guess what you do. Compelling. It should make people lean in and ask for more. Concise. If it takes more than one sentence, it's too long. Customer focused. Make it about them, not just you. Actionable. Lead them somewhere, whether that's a follow-up question or a website visit. To test if your pitch is working, try this. Say it to 5 different people. Watch their reaction. If they say, "Oh, cool," and move on, it needs work. If they say, "Oh, wow, tell me more," you nailed it. Common elevator pitch mistakes to avoid. Talking too much. If your pitch sounds like an essay, you've lost them. Keep it short and let them ask for more details. Making it all about you. No one cares about your years of experience unless you explain how it helps them. Being too generic. I'm a consultant. Cool. So is every other person with a laptop. Be specific. What makes you different? Forgetting the CTA. What should they do next? Visit your site, book a call. Don't leave them guessing. Here is this week's Sizzle Challenge. If you're anything like me when I was making Paving the Way, you're probably deep in the weeds of your business. You're perfecting the product, fulfilling orders, handling customer service, and juggling a million other tasks. But let me tell you, sometimes you have to stop working in the business and work on the business. Take a step back, carve out some time, and do the work of crafting your sizzle statement. If you can't clearly tell people what you do in a way that excites them, you're missing opportunities every single day. Trust me, I learned this the hard way. If you get this right, it will help you close more deals, attract the right customers, and make your brand unforgettable. This week, refine your sizzle statement. Take what you think your statement is and cut it in half. Then cut it down again. Get it to one punchy, powerful line that makes people curious about what you do. Write it down. Get it in front of you and tweak it until it's clear and compelling. Say it out loud. If it sounds awkward, revise it. Your pitch should roll off the tongue naturally. Test it. Try it on friends, colleagues, or even a stranger at a networking event. If they engage, you're onto something. Refine and repeat. Your pitch should evolve as your business grows. Keep it fresh and powerful. Use your sizzle statement everywhere. This isn't just for networking. It should be on your website, LinkedIn bio, email signature, and even social media profiles. To learn more about me, visit bearwade.com. This has been a production of Sizzle. Grow your customer engagement at timetosizzle.com. Let's turn up the heat, and I'll see you in the next episode.